So if you're reading the title of this video, I'm going to explain why I do not like Birds of Prey. So I'm going to clear things up. I am talking about the movie. I am not talking about the comic series. I am talking about the movie. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. I'm just stating mine. Reasons why my issues with it. If you agree, you agree. If you don't agree, you don't agree. It's completely okay if you do. It's completely okay if you don't. I don't know why I had to state this, but you know, if I don't, people are gonna get butthurt and get all defensive because they feel like their rights are being infringed upon.
I owe you $5. Just kidding. Where would I put a wallet in this outfit?
So, my biggest issue with it is, well, yeah, my biggest issue is the reason why they had to rename the movie. It was the overexposure of Harley Quinn. See, I only read very few Birds of Prey comics, and from what I got a grasp of, it was basically Charlie's Angels. It didn't consist of Harley Quinn. It consists of characters like Black Canary, Huntress, Catwoman, Cassandra Cain Batgirl, or Stephanie Brown. Maybe Stephanie Brown is a spoiler at some point in there too. And they're all... And the team was being built upon by Barbara Gordon, aka Oracle at the time. Because Oracle couldn't do her job as Batgirl, so she made a team to help her out with that. That's where the Charlie's Angels kind of aspect comes from. What the fuck was that? I do not know what I just fucking heard. Alright, well, back to talking about this. So, yes, okay, I don't mind Harley Quinn. Not by any means necessary. Like, I like her. She's one of my favorite characters. It's just the fact is, the story really does not fit with that. Okay. Suicide Squad screwed over Harley Quinn for me. And the reason behind it is because of how they decided to perceive her and Joker's relationship. And then it makes me second guess anything that's going on. Like, why would the Joker break up with her if they were perfect for each other? Like, it seems like very out of character for that version of the Joker, and it seems very out of character for that version of Harley Quinn.
Thank you.
Just to instantly start hating on the fucking Joker after a fucking breakup. See, I think they were trying to do a form of Harley Quinn leaving the Joker because of abuse and all that, but you can't really do that because of how you made them in Suicide Squad. You really can't.
Can a guy catch a break?
And I know people are like, well, the focus groups are saying it was like it wasn't perceiving well as it was insensitive. I'm like, that's what it's supposed to be. I can list a couple of things that the Joker has done in the comic books that would not even perceive well in focus groups in the first place, but they have passed for comic books for a long while. And it could be something as mild as beating the fuck out of your partner. Yes, that is the most mildest thing the Joker has ever done. Abusing Harley Quinn is very mild compared to the other shit he has done to other people. Including killing Robin, which Robin was a teenager. So technically you killed a child. Putting a bunch of babies in a vault. Threatening to blow them up. Just to bring a detective in there so he could shoot him in the head. Or shoot her in the head. Killed someone in their entire family just because they explained a joke. Skinned someone alive just because they made Harley Quinn a stripper and Joker doesn't like people touching his property. Crippled Barbara Gordon. Stripped her down to the nude, took pictures of her, and then showed it to her father to try to drive him crazy. Stuff like that. Took the powers of Mr. Mxyzptlk and then forcefully make Batman relive every single death that he has put him through. Basically,
VOI for your information.
hold up. Let's see what this comment says, because I want to make sure. But no, back to what I was saying. Joker has done a lot of fucked up shit, and the most mildest thing he has ever done was domestically abuse Harley. Physically, mentally, that's pretty damn mild compared to anything else that the Joker has ever done. But the thing is, that was the Joker in the comic books. In the Suicide Squad movie, Joker and Harley are fucking hashtag relationship goals, which people are like, well, there was some abuse to it. I'm like, no, it wasn't. Not full blown. It's nothing compared to what Joker has actually done in the comics to Harley. And as soon as when Harleen became Harley, there was literally absolutely zero abuse in that relationship. It was just hashtag relationship goals and all that. Which, that bugs me, because that's going to take away a powerful moment for someone like Harley Quinn where she leaves the Joker. Because the reason why she left the Joker was because of the abuse. Because she realized that she was nothing to him, and then she was nothing but property. But now just saying that they just broke up, that just feels to me like a cop-out. It feels to me like you fucked up on telling a awesome story, so you're giving us a boring story to make up for it. Now, here's one thing that... Okay, this one, the second one, might piss me off more than the Harley Quinn situation. How they depicted Cassandra Cain. Okay, if you guys do not know who Cassandra Cain in the comic books was, she's Lady Shiva's daughter. A child who was bred to be the perfect assassin. Well, pretty much beaten into being the perfect assassin. her entire life was combat. She doesn't even know how to speak. Because she was never taught that. To me, Cassandra Cain is literally the spinning image of girl power in the comics. How she is in the movies. Short, fat, Asian girl who likes stealing shit. By the way, this is just something that bugs me. Why is she fat if she's if she's a kid from the streets? Why is she chunky? If you've seen any kid from the streets, they're not really big fucking people. They don't eat a whole lot, so why would they be fat? If you want to see a perfect depiction of a street, kid, Selena Kyle from Gotham. Well, an over-exaggerated version, but it was a perfect depiction. And difference between Cassandra Cain in the movies and Cassandra Cain in the comics. Cassandra Cain in the comics is more powerful, more loved. Well, yeah, that's pretty much it. She was more powerful when it comes to characteristics and more loved. I think people will love the comic book version of Cassandra Cain more than the fucking movie version. The movie version was a very weak adaptation and was a very poor adaptation. Like, I really hate the movie version of Cassandra Cain. Cassandra Cain in the comic books was even Batgirl at one point. Yeah. And she was trained by Lady Shiva, her mother. Which Lady Shiva is the most skilled hand-to-hand combat fighter in the DC Universe. She's so badass. She has taken down Batman several fucking times. With and without breaking a sweat. Hell, when Batman was fucking fixing himself during Nightfall and all that shit, when he was mending his broken body, he asked Lady Shiva to train him. Lady Shiva literally told him he wasn't worthy. Lady Shiva has trained Tim Drake, but she hasn't trained Bruce. And now I'm kind of irritated that I'm not going to see the storyline. It for real bugs me. By the way, I'm just gonna simply say this. If that's a link to anything fucking... someone commented on the stream. If it's a link to anything bad, I will be reporting you. So, keep that in mind. From the looks of it, it isn't a link. So I'm just gonna remove it. I don't know what it means. I don't know why it's there. If you want to elaborate on it and retext it, that's okay. But I'm just personally not gonna have it on here because it's gonna look weird. People will send links like that. It's stupid, but it's true. But no, like, those are the biggest reasons why I don't like Birds of Prey. I don't like those. I don't like the movie because of that. I don't like the fact is that they're trying to promote girl power with very lazy and stupid reasons. And I know for a fact DC can do a lot better. DC's now just giving us a Batgirl movie. Granted, they're using the wrong fucking actress. I'd rather have an actress that actually has red hair than an actress of color. I'm sorry. I don't care what anyone says. Like, when it comes to this shit, okay, DC has this habit of, oh, that person's a redhead or a ginger in the comic books. We need to either make them black or Mexican in the movies. Because inclusion, even though like gingers and redheads make 2% of the human population, and actually having those types of people in that role would show inclusion, and that's kind of important. But you know, it's not important if the skin color is not different, right? If they're white, then you know they don't matter. So even though like it does kind of matter. Actually, I done the research. The funny part about it is the biggest minorities in America, which makes 1% of the human population, are albinos. And black people actually make the majority, surprisingly. But that's besides the point. Birds of Prey. What I would have wanted to see from Birds of Prey was I would like to see them took some time, introduced Barbara Gordon. Took some time to introduce characters like Green Arrow, Black Canary. Introduce Huntress in some shape or form. I would rather you introduce Helena Wayne because she's my favorite Huntress. I know she's a lot of other people's favorite Huntress. Hell, she was the original Huntress. And have her come from this earth to, you know, yada 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 and all that shit. Granted, the Huntress in Birds of Prey was Helena Bertinelli. I just prefer Helena Wayne. But no, I would like a story where Huntress, Black Canary, and Batgirl are end up working on the same case on some coincidence to take on Black Mask, and they find out that they have something special if they work together. Or you could literally do this like an actual Charlie's Angels kind of thing. Like Batman got crippled and he can't take on Black Mask, so he recruited Batgirl, Black Canary, and Huntress to do it for him. And branch out the Birds of Prey from doing that. And they deviate from that afterwards. Fuck it, if Superman could have a sick day because he got shot, I think Batman can have a sick day over getting crippled for a little while. And, okay, if you want me to tell you the best version of Birds of Prey from what I've seen, the TV show. Granted, it took a lot of fucking liberties, but it still felt like the Birds of Prey. Granted, like, Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy did become members of the Birds of Prey at some point. They weren't, like, major members, but they were members at some point.
Got a few seconds?
So I'm not gonna say, like, they were never members or shit like that, but they were. And I know people are gonna automatically assume on this title, like, oh, the reason why you don't like Birds of Prey is because you don't like women in power. I'm like, actually, no, I do like women in power. There's movies I like and there's movies I don't like. I like the movie Wonder Woman, not Wonder Woman 1984. I like the movie Wonder Woman. The first season of Supergirl, I thought it was okay. Hell, I grew up watching the Powerpuff Girls, which was a team exclusively females. I just think that people automatically assume too much when it comes to shit like this, and that's why people like me had to explain why.
You pick on somebody with superpower?
Not on my watch, villain.
And that's just the truth. Like, people just automatically assume that if you're gonna say anything bad about a movie that's exclusively female, you are automatically just hate women. That is not true. That has never been true. Well, actually, in some cases it is, but in some cases it really isn't. I don't know, you know, leave a comment down below. Hell, I can't remember the movie fondly. I don't remember the movie Birds of Prey fondly as other people do, but if you remember it, leave a comment down below. If you share my opinion, leave a comment down below. Yada yada. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, yada yada. This is literally just a filler video because well, I have nothing else to do. I'm actually going to be going to work pretty soon. And I just wanted to make a video for everybody. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this. Peace.